Hi, my name's Danny Armstrong. I'm making this kind of documentary self-video of myself because I'm having problems with the benefits. Now, the problem I've got at the minute is that I've got a sick note that says because I've got problems with my arms and my legs and everything else. I will put other videos on trying to explain what my problems are. But at the minute, I've been deemed as unfit by the doctors for not working. Now, I want to work. I'm sick of being on my backside. I've had this problem for almost 7 years now, and it's got really, really bad within the last 3 years to the point where I'm struggling to get to the shops, just do my day-to-day duties and things like that. So I had no choice but to make a universal claim. Now, the universals have been more of a pain than the issues I've got at the minute. And I'm going to discuss all that with you. Now, I'm going to go through. Now, I've got bad hands. I had them broken with an hammer over 20 years ago, so I've got arthritis through both arms. I was working lots of hours, 17 hours a day, and I developed a problem with my legs to the point where I wasn't able to stand up properly. And I felt the problem to begin with in my knees, and I was having to like perch like a flamingo onto one leg. But I was getting the pains, and all of a sudden one day it just went. I went up the stairs, and it's like your knee just collapsed on itself and twisted. And he got stuck in a position, and to the point where after 3 days of being stuck, I tried to just get it straight again. Looked all right. I just carried on. But then I started noticing that I couldn't bend properly, I couldn't kneel down as a barman, so you're just running around, putting glasses on, blah, blah. It was becoming a problem, and it's got worse and worse. And I did seek help to begin with from the doctors, and they gave me the fluoroxine and things, and it didn't happen. Started taking scans and x-rays and things like that. And it wasn't until maybe 2 years after dealing with the doctors that they saw a tear within my knee, and they kept saying it's just a minor tear. Now this little documentary is not having a go at the NHS. They've done wonders with me, so it's not about that. Now the problem I've got at the minute is that I am stuck on my backside. I went on the universal credits. I gave them the fit notes and things like that, saying I've got problems, and then I applied for you had to go for a health assessment. So I did the health assessment, and it came back negative. But at the time, I had to ask for help with that because I couldn't write very well. I can't hold a pen for long. I can't use a keyboard. I can't even use a mouse for too long without it hurting. I have to have it in the right position, my hands, to actually function. And it's the same. I've done manual jobs in factories, warehouses. So I used to travel a lot, and sometimes when my hands used to get really bad, I'd give up for a bit because I'd save the money knowing that I'd need a bit of a break and you just go back to work. And I've been doing that for quite some time, guys. Yeah? Stopping, starting, stopping, starting, because nobody would listen when it comes to the problems with my hands. Now, what happens is when I'm working, I get all tingly straight away, depending on what you're doing. And they go numb, and to the point where you can't move. Then I don't eat a meal unless it's a sandwich or something. Because sometimes when your hands are going, I've stabbed myself so many times in the face with a fork because my hands are not behaving, because they're under pressure, having to do either manual jobs or repetitive jobs or what. It doesn't matter. Just making a dinner can do the same thing. So there's my problem. I'm stuck on my backside. My legs are hurting. My arms are hurting. I have been deemed as unfit by the doctors for work. And I am trying to sort myself out, like I've said. But with the universal credits, so I made the universal credit, we went to do the health assessment. They did ring me up and we did a statement over the phone because I wasn't confident with the reading and writing and things like that. So I just made sure they got the right statement. Let's deem me fit for work. Now, after all the palaver I've had with the benefits, which I'll get to in a minute, I understand what they're saying. Yes, fair enough, long term, I'm fit for some work, but at the minute, I'm not. That's all it's been about mainly. I'm trying to just tell them, look, I've got these issues, I'm struggling. It's sort of, mentally, it's not been great. Absolutely, I've really had to pull myself together. I've stopped drinking, I've stopped smoking weed, all sorts. Yeah, I tried to stop as much as I can. I was trying to exercise, but that's on the back burner at the minute because it's the pressure on my knees are just getting too much. Now, you get to the universal credits, the health assessment. So yeah, they deemed it as unfit. Now, from the very beginning, it seems to have always been an issue. But as I've gone along, so now I have the work coaches. Now they keep insisting that I've got to look for jobs because it says I'm good for work, even though I've got these fit notes saying I'm unfit for work in a minute. And on my CV, I've had to put down what is wrong with me. So I've been nothing more than truthful. about what my issue is at the minute, which I think is only right. Saying, aren't I a liability if I can't do something within a warehouse that could actually hurt someone else? Well, it doesn't have to be a warehouse, it could be anywhere. But that's the bit for that. But yeah, so all I've been doing is going on the Indeeds and the Job Rapidos and anything else, and just literally applying for everything. Literally everything. I have brought a ped because I've been trying to get off the benefits. Now, when I tried to get the ped, it was the idea of working for deliverers because they had the advertisement in the benefits. And even though I pointed out the advertisement when I'm supposed to be getting some sort of help from them to get into work, they seemed to like as if the advert was invisible. And what I was saying was just nothing more than nonsense. Now, they were sent me on this health and work project where they're supposed to help people with disabilities and things get into work. Now, I've rocked up. Everything seemed nice, everyone's saying hello, just after the COVID. And nothing seemed strange, but it's trying to get this in the right order so it understands it without me sounding too pissy about it, really. But they're supposed to help me into work. Now, I explained that I wanted to work for deliveries and things like that. And they're still trying to give me jobs to apply for. That was jobs that was either manual handling, standing up, just the normal jobs. I'm doing that anyway by just pressing everything on Indeed or whatever. The amount of jobs I've applied for, quite a lot. But when it comes to the bike situation and having help through that, they put me onto someone who can get funded in the way of a business plan and that. And said, look, I'm on an IVA. Nobody's going to borrow me money. If you're saying you can help me, then fair enough. Now, since that time, I have literally brought everything for what I needed because I wasn't getting no help from them. It seems their suggestions, and because I turned it down, it's as if they was offended by that. And what they tried to do is get me on a forklift course. I was thinking, sitting down, standing up, it's a bit better to work both force for my legs. It hurts whichever way. But when you have that break from each, I thought, okay, forklift truck, not a problem. Might even get one where I'm just on the truck brewing. And they want to send me on a 3-week course. Oh, 3 weeks? I'm a single dad. Oh, you can pay for childcare. Says, you get your money back. Says, no, I don't think so. I didn't have enough for today. £500 a week. Was it? Yeah, almost. No, it's £250 a week. So to do that course would have cost me £750. Now, I could barely save for this moped that I had to pay for. I said my budget was roughly £250 a month. And that's after I sorted my debts out. And even then, we couldn't really afford it long term. So what I did when it came to the moped was actually didn't pay my rent for a month and just went and got what I needed. And after that, I've had to make up the rent. So I didn't have that £250. So I had less. But the bike got stolen after 2 days. Fucking great. I've not had the best of luck, I can't say. It's sod's law, I don't know. But some guys went on a nicking spree over one of the bank holidays and just jacked everyone's crap when I was away on holiday. And the bike went, and it was locked up, by the way. Yeah, they took it regardless. But this is me, and I brought the bags, the delivery bags, I brought the equipment, the waterproofs, the helmet, I got everything. The only thing that stopped me, I didn't consider the insurance you needed to actually work as an independent delivery driver. So I didn't have the £100 to start me off for that month, and that was it. But they nicked the bike, so that's that idea out of the way. I knew full well I couldn't afford another one because I'm having to pay for that one anyway because I tried to do it in bulk. They gave us that money for the bills, the £300, they're saying, because they're trying to be nice. I've got thoughts on that one. Some are not right with what they're doing there, but hey, it's help. So I tried to better myself by getting this moped so I can work for Deliveroo or one of the other delivery companies. But I got stolen. So I had to stop the insurance, all the stuff's blatantly been stuck in my house. But with the work and health project and things like that, they said they was going to help me. But then after a while I kept turning up, and I'd noticed when I've actually turned up for these appointments, they kept putting down that I'd not attended. I'm thinking, why are you doing that? So I raised the issue with the universal credits, saying, look, this is what they're doing, why are they doing that? But then they stopped talking to me, as if they didn't want to acknowledge that I had problems they couldn't deal with, and I don't think they could help me find a job. So instead of just saying that, they just ignored me. So I tried to make a complaint about this. So I went into the benefits, and as Margaret was my work coach at the time, and I could see this lady behind her getting revved up, and I call it common snobbery in the way that they act. A bit of YouTube drama, as if she's going to get me. And I'm thinking, oh, hang on a minute, we're going to have a right conversation. Oh yeah, it turned into a conversation, all right. She wanted to know how I dare complain about a company. Now, it wasn't a complaint as such, it was just raising the issues that these guys said they're going to help him, and now they're ignoring me. Now, this was only 6 months into the project. I had to be on it for 15 months. Now, I'd already bought my bike and things like that, and they put down, we don't buy mopeds. Well, I didn't want the bloody moped. I thought they could help me with the equipment, so that extra £400-500 I spent on the equipment I needed, I could have used that for the insurance to get myself firmly started in the first place. Maybe pay for a bit more better insurance, so I got a brand spankers because it got nicked. Something like that. But no, they kept focusing on the one thing. Now, I never asked them for a moped. Just help to try and get me into it, even from a point of just making sure I filled in the forms properly so I actually got the job. Instead of me looking like a div because I put something daft that I didn't bloody understand I've written. But then they blatantly ignored me, and every time I had a phone call, it might be a 30-second phone call, they never rung back, and you can't ring their office without going through some sort of weird channel. And they put me down as non-attended straight away. 30 seconds, I've got bad legs. If I'm upstairs on the bog, it's taking me more than 30 seconds to get downstairs to answer my phone. Yeah? And that's how it went on for 15 months. Now, it got to a point where did I kick off? Yeah, there's the lady in the thing, and she was getting revved up. And she's saying, how do I dare? And I told her off. I said, what are you doing? And she says, what do you want? And I kind of had a mini breakdown, I think, because I just shouted it and says, I just want to stop hurting. Nothing more. I just want to stop hurting. I'll do bloody anything as long as I don't have to hop around like a frigging flamingo to actually get some work done. And it reared up, and I got kicked out by the security and things. But I kind of lost it. So I'm quite reserved. I've been a barman for years, having people give you crap 24/7 because you won't serve them that last drink. Common snobbery in many a pub. Oh, I want to drink because I pay your wages. Fuck off. Simple as that on that one. Whoever says that, you're full of shit. But yeah, this is me trying to get to this story. This is my anger, the way it comes out. I have admitted on certain videos that I've made that I've got a mental health problem. Yeah? And I'm not going to go through that right now. It's too long for this bit. It's about the benefits and how I'm being treated at this moment. Yeah? I feel like nothing more than a scumbag because of my problems that I've got at the moment. And not one person will listen or actually help me properly. This health and work programme has been nothing but a farce. I tried to, when I was talking about this young lady, one of the work coaches that had a bit of an attitude. I went in one day and it was on a Saturday. I've never signed on a Saturday before. I didn't realise they did weekends. And I've sat down and she's there at the computer and she's called me over and she has not acknowledged me in any way. Common snobbery, guys. You know what I'm talking about if you faced it. I'm just tapping the keyboard. And she gave me that horrible, nasty look, that scumbag. So I tried to make a joke of it. It says, what's up? Having a bad day? You had a rough night last night? Had too much sherbet? That sort of thing. Yeah? It says, I only want to ask about a course. Yeah. Let's see if I can get some computer knowledge. Because I was doing stories for the YouTube and things like that. I thought I might be able to go down those lines. So I have thought of everything to try and get off my arse and work before anybody judges me as a bloody scrounger. And attitude was just unbelievable. Like, and that attitude I've met quite often within the job centre, quite a lot, and it's something they need to get bloody rid of. It's not good for them. Yeah, you don't know what mucky herberts are coming through that door. Never mind me. And this guy had to come and help me, and he gave me information I needed. Blah blah blah. And went away, and I tried to put in an application for one of the computer courses. It was during school hours and that, so it's something I could do without it costing me money, too much money and things. But then I got told off by this work and health project, saying that, oh no, if you do things like that, it has to go through us. But they've been ignoring me. I couldn't ring them. I couldn't talk to them. Yeah? So how am I supposed to do that if they blatantly ignored me? I signed the register downstairs. Now, it's a building you have to go in. So you sign the register to be in the building, not the register upstairs they've got in their office. So if they ever deny the fact I went, if they've still got these on records, it'll be like, yes, he did. Yeah, they got cameras outside and everything else like that when I was there. So they couldn't turn around and say, I didn't attend when I did. See, that was my issue with the complaint in the first place. Why are you putting down that I'm not attending even though I had? So that was, and then I got the telling off from the lady, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, they kicked off because I tried to go and get this course independently. Yeah, so if I knew the price at the time, I just would have paid for it myself. I wouldn't even bother asking for help. There's no point asking for help from the benefits. They say they help you, but then they don't. It's full of poop. And everybody else out there has got their story. Please, please, don't let me stand alone on this one. Yeah? And, right, so yeah, I have to have a drink, give me a minute. No alcohol either. Yeah, so back to the Work Health Project. So after that, so now I made the little complaint, it went through, they must have been told, I don't know. But yet again, well, I've been out 6 months, so the rest of the time I was on that project, I just kept getting phone calls that were only 30 seconds long and being told I didn't attend. So I just ignored it. What can you do? You can't ring them properly. Now and again, you get a ring phone call, are you alright? And you ask them the same questions, and the phone just gets put down. They didn't want to know whatsoever. So this was supposed to be a voluntary organisation, but as far as I'm aware, they get money for them helping me. So therefore, they should offer a refund to whoever was paying them because they did not help me. And I'm more than happy for this to be investigated, guys. Yeah, just so you know that I'm telling you the truth. So it seems a lot of these organisations out there, and I've seen it through the little college courses that you get in, and I've had problems in Blackpool when I was trying to get jobs that way also, where they're taking money from the government and not giving you the help that they say they're going to give you in the first place. Now, I'm not going to go down the Blackpool route one. This is about universal credits and my problems with them in a minute. But yeah, the health and work programme, it just seemed like a con. I found myself asking the question, who are they helping and how are they helping? Because if they've got somebody who's got too many problems, they seem to just ignore them because they can't help. But yet they're still taking that funding. I don't understand, after being told off about this little computer course, how it's a voluntary organisation if I can't leave it and actually go and do this course and get a bit of help. But I was paying off the bike that had been stolen because I used my rent, yeah, to pay for it. With this money we got from the government, the £300, to actually buy the bike and everything I needed. Yeah, just to better myself in a way. So I thought I'd take money out of my pocket as well to do that. So I was blatantly skinned that month. Yeah, £100, and it's only because we get a little bit of money for the girls that we lived off that in the way of food. So there was other bills that was missed as well, just so I could try and just, the idea was to be working. Not to be on my arse because some bugger decided to nick it. It's like, oh, great. But that's the way for now projects. Now, the problem I got with the benefits is I've got these fitnotes. And because the health and assessment says I'm okay for work, I can do some work. This some work has never been stated, and it's a question I've asked over and over. I've asked for it in writing, I've shouted, I've pleaded, put it in the journals. What is this some work that you think I can do at the minute? Now, I've been applying for things like telephone jobs, so I can sit at home and do it. That's not coming back. That was one of the other reasons for the computer course. Just so I get a bit of knowledge of what I'm doing. But if it's only spoken, and I can speak to something and it writes it for me, I can do that job. That is not a problem. Yeah, I can express and say my words in the right manner. Not when I'm getting annoyed by certain people. I lost myself again. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so we get on to these sick notes. Now, I've been putting these sick notes in from the very beginning. Now, with the health and work projects, they put in that as okay for work, which is fair enough. But with what they was trying to say, I think they was talking more long term. I don't think they took into consideration the short term, because they said your doctor don't practically take into the consideration of what we're doing. So that means working longer term. But they've not taken anything seriously about medically what's been said. So I appreciate what the health assessment is about now. It's about see if you are properly disabled, yeah? Which was fair enough comment from there. I did detest it. But I've been getting all these sick notes. But when they said I was fit for work and things, it's as if they got that sick note and threw it out the window. All of a sudden, ding! I'm better. Let's do a fucking jig. I won't, because I'll pay for it. But because they've done that, I don't know if it's the benefits or not, or the way that they carry on. I'm not too sure, but I'm getting some right stick from them. So I've just applied for literally anything, just to fill up that journal to say I've been a good little boy and I'm applying for jobs. But I feel like every time I apply for a job and I tell them straight that, you know something, at the minute I've got problems, yeah, they're not giving me a job, but I'm applying for the same things all the time. If it's on the Indeed or the Job Rapido or wherever, I'm just applying. Apply. That's all I can do. But I do that on the hope that somebody will just go, oh, hang on, I've got a crappy job you can do. Yeah, so I do put it in the open letters and things like that. You know, I've got my problems, but I'm willing to work. Have you got anything that you can give me? Well, it's not going to be, but I can still earn a wage. Fantastic, anything, doesn't really matter. Yeah, as long as I'm not standing up, but at the same time I do need to stand up now and again, just to stretch the leg, pop it out, that sort of thing. But none of that, it never got anywhere. So I've just been doing that. But it started getting funny, saying, there's one girl there, and I saw her over a year ago. I don't know if I've gone through this already, but I don't mind putting it again. But her attitude stunk, as if I was nothing more than a worthless scumbag. And she called me over. She's like, yeah, I did discuss it when it was on the health thing. But yeah, we're kind of back to that, because I had this lady called Margaret. She was really nice. She had a lovely smile. You know, when she started at the benefits, yeah, lovely smile. It was a pleasure. You know, wow, here we go. And she didn't have that smile 6 months after. And I do remember when she was there, said, I've had enough of this. I don't know if she was telling me on purpose, but without letting everybody else know, I've had enough of this. And she wasn't there after. Well done with Margaret. Your smile, your essence, the way that you were, was too good to actually be working in that benefits office. Way too good. And there's another young lady there as well. I won't say the same thing, so I hope she gets this message. Lovely young lady, fantastic smile. Hello, how are you? Knows how to greet a person. Yeah? Please go. Save yourself. Don't work there. No matter where. Do not work anywhere in the benefits. I don't want to see her with that horrible face on her, because she's working somewhere she knows just a waste of bloody time. Especially if you're a nice person. And yeah, these fitnotes. Now, I got this lady that I was talking about, yeah, but she'd put on quite a bit of weight, so she looked older, so I didn't really recognise her to begin with. Miriam or something like that, I don't know. But she there again, the attitude straight away. You know, first time work coach and things like that. And it's like, what's going off here? And then started picking on the bloody fitnotes, because I detested it. Now, bearing in mind, this is like almost 5, 6, maybe 7 months after the original decision. I've been giving fitnotes all the way through, and none of them's ever come back negative in the way that it did on this particular day. And she kept talking about how I've not put down that the condition's getting worse. Now it's degenerative. I think that's the word they used on the sick notes itself. So basically my knee's screwed anyway. Yeah, it might have been knee surgery at some point, but it's going to get worse. I think it's the tear that's in the knee that's making it really painful at the minute. I don't know. It seems like more to me. The pain's that bad. Now, but yeah, they're talking about the fitnotes and things. And it's as if, because I've not put it in layman's terms, Mr. Armstrong is poorly and he's got so much worse that he can't work anymore. That kind of sense, because they didn't understand what the doctor said, and they did put the degenerative thing on. And ended up into an argument because I didn't really understand what the bloody hell was on about. And they're there with these smug smiles on their face. If they've been taught to do that in the job centre, I recommend not doing that. Because if I did that on a bar when somebody's getting angry with me and smiled in his face like that, I want most people wouldn't even be here talking to you because they'd crack you around the jaw. So if they are being taught to do that, I would advise against it. Yeah? There's worse people that are going through them benefits than me. Yeah? I don't want to be there. I can't stand the place. This is why I tried to help myself out. It just didn't work out. But these fitnotes. So basically they give me a speech about how it's not been put in the right way, and I've gone back to the doctors 4 or 5 times to try and rearrange it to the point it was embarrassing me asking again. So they're asking again. When the doctor said to me, they got this like a full statement, so to speak, sort of thing, where they could have just asked ages ago about what my condition is, what's happening, blah blah blah. They could have asked properly then, and there was being typed like a full statement or something like that. Doctor told me that. Yeah, instead of me having to go back, having to rewrite it all over, he ended up using like the box at the bottom because he's trying to put this full thing about what's happening. He says we can't do that every time. Yeah. It did seem unreasonable what they was asking. But like I say, it's as if the sick notes didn't, and they're trying to pick on something for YouTube drama reasons. Oh, look, oh no. But by the time I got it all sorted, went in, Saturday, you need another one. Yeah? Oh, I don't like that sort of smug, nasty attitude from people. It's horrible. It's like being at school and you're talking to a schoolboy. It's exactly the same. Yeah, and because the security is there and everything else like that, they feel they can get away with that sort of behaviour because people are there, either on their arse, unemployed. Just because we're unemployed doesn't mean we're all blatant, rotten scumbags. So it'd be nice not to be treated like one. Because when you do kick off, they make such a drama about what you did, but they don't ever seem to take into consideration their body language, their behaviour, and the way their staff are treating others. Even though you're not kicking off and rearing up, speaking and treating like somebody as if they're just scumbags is still mental abuse in a sense. It's not right, and like I say, all I can do is advise not doing it. And it wouldn't surprise me if there's guys out there who's in my situation that didn't just have a telling off, they actually cracked them and got themselves into trouble. And they sit there with a smile on their face. Let's get off that. These sick notes. Right, basically. So I've gone back. I've got another sick note. He says, bloody hell, you're back already. I think that's like 2 days after. I just didn't notice the bloody date on it. So I've had to do it all again. But a different doctor ended up doing the note. And he's put something totally different. Not the speech. He's just put blah, blah, blah. That is it. Yeah? Even though I sorted out the last one, they didn't want to take note what was on that note. It had to be on this other note as well. Yeah? But this young lady, the snobby one, just gives of attitude. Yeah? So she seemed to perk up a bit when the managers came about, when I kicked off a little bit. And I did complain through the journals. And she's there and I'll give her the sick note. I didn't even point it out. I didn't say anything. And she went, oh, look, it says degenerative, doesn't it? Like she's actually gone on Google and said, what the fuck is this word? Because I don't understand. It's one of them. And it annoyed me so much that. So in the end, I don't think I kicked off that day. But they didn't give me crap. And she's still on about the sick notes. So what she did, it was by phone. And I said in the end, I says, I just don't want to deal with that. She seems very unprofessional. Why is she asking me these things? She tried to dismiss it and the manager had to approve it. But then it came on to the next sick note because the doctor only did a month. Normally I'd do 3. So I put the other sick note in. Yeah, I'm not having a problem getting these sick notes. They know on the medical records I've got problems at the minute. So I gave this other footnote in. And this is where my problems seem to be starting with the benefits and the way that they behave. So this is kind of the main bit of what's happening. She rang me up. And yeah, I got pissy on the phone. Because she's trying to say this other word that I didn't understand. It could have said I got worms up my frigging arse. I don't know, right? He just put it in a different way. It was something to do with the arthritis around the knee. I think it's just the word he was using for that. I don't know. Showing off, I suppose. But it's the doctor. I don't understand what they put on there. And she's trying to say, we know you got this, we know you got that with your hands and your legs. What's this other so-called illness? Yeah? As if everything I'm talking about was nothing but bollocks. What was it? It wasn't so-called, it was alleged. Something like that. It's not a word I'd normally use. Alleged illnesses. I mean, what do you mean? Because I heard her say about the legs and the hands. I went, what else are you on about? Oh, this word. We didn't realise you had other illness. This is not on your health assessment. This wasn't mentioned. And I went, what the fuck are you on about? And I swore, I did, as I say it. What other bloody illness? And she went, this word. Then I clicked and my mind just went on one. I said, you bloody telling me you're trying to dismiss yeah, a fit note because you do not understand a word that is written on the fit note. But you think it's a different illness and that's why you try to dismiss it. Oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, but the other. And she still tried to stick with it. And I went, I've not got another illness. If you are not medically professional to understand what he has put, yeah, but the thing is, she'd already gone and put it on the journal. I'm dismissing that one. But then after I had a few choice words on the journal, my manager has approved it. But yet I'm still getting it in the neck about the sick note when she's ringing me. Now this was supposed to be a work commitment, not talking about bloody fit notes. And you can hear it, the tone within her voice trying to have them little niggles and the way that she's speaking as if I'm too stupid to actually hear them. Yeah, if you're going to choose everyone like the stupid, then you're the stupid one, to be fair, because you never know who you're dealing with. That's why you treat people with mutual respect. Yeah, if you don't like them, you move out of the way. If you do, hello, how you doing, whatever. Yeah, come and meet me on GTA. Never mind saying hello in person, I'm good with that. Yeah, that's just me. And I had a right telling off. So in the end, I had to turn around and say, look, I do not want this person as my work coach. Yeah, she's a moody cat, and I don't want to have to deal with her. Yeah, her attitude and everything towards people is absolutely rubbish. I don't think it is necessary within the benefits office. Yeah. So fair enough, got a new work coach, bonus, fair enough. I might have a bit of a breather. No. No. Did I have a breather? Did I egg? I've had to go to citizen advice and stuff because they're banging on about these sick notes and things like that. Now, they said they got someone who's more medically professional. It says it on the journal about the fit notes. No. She wasn't medically professional. She just knew more about what the health assessment was talking about. Not the words that are spoken on the fit notes or anything else like that. Because she started out and she had that I'm going to get you attitude. Like she's sticking up for a friend / work colleague. So she wasn't actually taking it serious. She just looked at me and judged the book by its cover. Bald head, yeah, he's a thug. I don't know if it was that or not. It was recorded. I'm trying to get it recorded, but they're sending me around the houses. Oh no, you get it from them. And when you ask them, no, you need to ask the manager. It's getting as if I'm not allowed it, you know what I mean? Even though I've requested it. Yeah, so I am going to be recording in the job centre when I go for this next interview. So we're getting up to that. So basically, I've gone in and I've sat down. And she did explain it, but in quite a rude way. A manner and a body language way off straight away about the sick note. Because they've said you're fit for work, we cannot accept your fit notes. Which, to be fair, should have been said in the first place. Then I could contest it and say, look, even though you don't want to accept them, I have these fit notes and I will be putting them on the CV for the moment. So I would have just carried on the way I have, but just without all the arguments. Now, this got into a heated argument. Because, what was she on about? I can't remember now. But it got to the point where she was talking about the way I write in the journals and things. And I told her I don't write very well. I've got dyslexia. she just laughed in my face. Like, yeah, they got that smiley look on the face at the same time. And she started, I'm shocked. YouTube drama. Oh, I am so shocked. Oh, she's in a gospel choir. Oh, I'm so shocked. This girl called Jo, and she was a horrid person. I'm surprised she can actually keep a boyfriend with that sort of bloody attitude. I've got a sister who's a blatant madam as well, so I'm kind of used to the way that she was carrying on. And I kicked off. And I did. You know something, guys, after all the shit they've been giving me, I snapped. I went, who the are you bloody laughing at? Who? And I spoke to the security guard and I told him straight, get me out of here. Seriously, I'd had enough. I would have preferred a blatant beating by freaking 20 blokes than to have to look at that woman's face, laugh at me. And what it is because I've been writing in the journals, but I use the phone. You put the bloody microphone on, you speak into it. I can see when I've made a mistake. I don't spell well enough to bloody write it down. And because I was trying to explain to her, because they says they dismissed the sick notes. No, I don't care. I did, nastily. I don't care. They said you're getting them sick notes if you like it or not. Yeah. If you've not accepted I've got a problem, it doesn't mean it's just magically gone away because the benefit system and the health assessment said so. They hadn't gone away. I'd still been struggling for a whole year. I had visions of going on a train track and covering myself with a black tarpaulin so the bloody driver didn't get a shock and just chop my fucking leg off. Yeah? At least then I would have got prosthesis. I could have stood up and I'd gone on a bloody dealer's job. Instead of having to look at those, is it condescending faces? I don't even know if that's the right word, guys. I thought, recently, I said I'm a single dad, and I rung them up. And I'm trying to say to her, do you want the house and things like that? Because I kind of almost gave up to a point. I was going to give up my girls. I love my girls. And they're, if I'm honest, they're the ones who keep me here. I've got other stories about one of my wishes being a red pill. Gone. Yeah, they keep me here. Because regardless of what I do think about the world, I've got children in this world that love me very much. And they need me around. Even though I don't want myself to be around. Yeah, I'm not going to do something stupid. I've gone past the part of fucking boo, I'm going to pick and kill myself. Yeah? But the thought has crossed my mind. You know, many times, do I have to wake up? Do I? Please get me out of here, if there is one. But yeah, back to these sick notes, and now I just got so angry, and I punched the wall. I did. I had to punch something. I reckon if she was a geezer, I'd be doing time right now. Or I'd be in court straight away, because I would have just fucking cracked him. But I walked away, said, get me out of here. I knew, just, you know when you're going to fucking kick off big time. So I punched the wall. And I've come away, but out of all that, all they had to do is tell me right in the first place. They didn't have to go down the lines of accepting all this fit notes. Then almost, 10 months later saying, hang on then, we're not supposed to be accepting them. Yeah? At least then I could have heard my views in the right manner, got on with it and tried to get whatever help I could. I didn't get help from the Work and Health Project, and when I stated as many times as I could I want to set myself up with the deliveries and things, they even said something about some government funding. You had to put a bid in. They wouldn't even let me put a bid in. So even if the word would have been no, wouldn't it have been right just to have a go? If that's what I wanted to do and you couldn't help me with anything else. But yet that help wasn't there either. Yeah, even when I'm on my moped, I do have moments where I'm struggling when I get off it. My legs are shaking, my arms are shaking. So when you got the vibrations or you've hit a bloody pothole, friggin' hell, yeah, I have to stop because it sends that numbness going through my hands. Now you imagine me stabbing myself in with a fork because I can't use my hands right. Would you want me on the road coming towards you on a little bloody ped? On the basis my hands might go, where am I going? Could be your kid, could be you. Yeah, could be someone that doesn't deserve it, but because I'm so desperate to try and get out of this situation, I'm going to try and do this job anyway. So I'm not 100%, but it just seems like the only thing I can do. Yeah, because nobody else wants to employ me at the minute. So if I lie and say, no, I'm all right, I ain't got no problems. You know that bit that says, have you got a disability? You just fill that bit in. But I've not heard nothing. Not a peep out of nobody. Not a thing. Not nothing. And I've tried to help myself through the benefits. But yeah, it's kicked off. But now I've got a letter about my behaviour. So this is what's caused me to make this sort of something, so they can have something back. Well, this is your behaviour. You've promised me loads and not delivered on a zero thing. Not a thing have I been helped with. I'm on a restart programme now. I know you have to accept it, because otherwise they'll just start saying you're going to stop your money. So basically I just go along with it to just stop the nagging, and hopefully better myself a little bit so I can change direction when I'm actually feeling okay. I've gone down the route to the forklift truck licence again. That's just the 3-week course again. Yeah, I've not got 750 quid to cover childcare. Yeah, so I can go on this forklift course when you can do them within a week. I don't know what that company is doing when it comes to a 3-week, 2-week warehousing. What they was trying to teach you, I was doing in 3 days. Sometimes it was just a day. Yeah, those who do warehousing, you know what I mean, them bloody courses you have to do, health and safety, freaking lifting and all that sort of thing. It was just one of them. 3 days, I think, was the longest I've ever done in the way of warehousing. So I've lost myself there, look. But yeah, these fitnotes, they could have just said that in the beginning. But they haven't. They took a right pissy tone. But now, as if like they're going to try and tell me off. So this is my pre-recording for, say, I don't know if it's a documentary, just a guy moaning about the bloody benefits. But there's other people out there, guys, that have got proper problems. I think I can sort myself out. I just need to get rid of this pain. Yeah? Once that's out of the way, I'll just go back to doing whatever's available. It's easy as that. But yeah, this letter, you kicked off, you did this, now they've got me in a screened room so I don't cause harm to anybody else. And things like that. Just making you feel like crap. And I don't think it's necessary. They don't seem to want to accept my complaints, and because I've put them on the journals, I think people are scoring points to try and get me first. So tomorrow when I go, I'm going to record the conversation. I'm going to put down questions I want to ask, why I've not had any help. I'm going to do it in the journal as well, so they're ready for me tomorrow. I will be telling them that I am recording, just to see their reaction, to see what happens. I'm going to have to start asking questions, because if you're not going to help me, yeah, don't say you're going to help me. And where is all this government bloody money going when companies are saying they're going to help you find a job, but after 6 months on a 15-month program, ignore you? So who's getting paid because they're supposedly, is that how you use them, is it, helping me, when they're not? And I hope that can be proved. You've got other organisations. I worked in a company, I didn't work in a company, I went on this bloody 2-week project in Blackpool, and twice they collared me, twice. So you're on the benefits, we can get you a job. And make it all seem more nice and nice and nicer. What was it, Tangerine bloody factory? Yeah, they did it in their office and everything else like that, making sweets and shit. And they got like all these peeps, like 15 to almost 20 people, no, about 15 people around the table on a 2-week course. And as far as I'm concerned, that course is like something stupid, like 450 quid. I went through all the process of just health and safety for a factory. I know that 3-day course that I was talking about, but they expanded it over 2 weeks. Now, when they first start talking to you, as if like you're going to get a job at the end of it, you're at the factory, you think you're going to work at the factory, they take you for a tour on the factory. And they, no matter what you do, you give them a CV. You know, you can give them whatever you want, the best CV in the world, it'll always be wrong. Yeah? And they do it in their way. So they've seen to be doing something for you in the way of changing your CV, so it's better. But then you get some sort of certificate at the end of it that don't mean fuck all, guys. Not fuck all. But they're doing this all the time. So if they find a way of fleecing the government and the benefit, so their company profits from pretending to give these guys a qualification so they can get a job. Because not many people got the jobs. So it was done before. Now this time it was in one of the local hotels in Blackpool. did it in one of the conference room. So many lads again, but I collared on straight away the first time around. I did the second time around, got kicked off. Yeah, I didn't mention that, sorry. And they got us all around the table and things, and they're going through the same course like I've just told you, but then I got halfway through. So when have we got this job then? Do we start straight away? Do we have start dates? Because they more or less told us we're going to get a job as long as we do this course. They never said, but then it turned into something, oh, you could get a job. It says, well, they never said that. And this woman got a bit worried. And the next minute we got people on the phone. And the next minute we didn't have the course the day after. Yeah. She did the thing with the CVs, everything. She was a lovely lady. She did a fantastic course. There's no issues with her. Well, the other guy, because I started talking shit basically. I got one guy laughing at me when I'm explaining exactly what I'm explaining to you now. He just laughed at me. It was one of the managers. I don't know if he was part of the Tangerine factory or not, but he was just laughing at me as if like, yes mate, you're right. Fuck off, you're too clever for this place. Yeah. But yeah, they did it again. So how many of these companies within our country are doing this and profiting from not really doing what they say they're going to do? So that's that bit to think about. But back to the benefits. It is such a displeasure to go to the benefits. Yeah. And for all those life on the dole, it's absolutely shit. One thing I keep telling them, or trying to tell them, is that I have travelled all over this country when it comes to work. Because I was stuck in Nottingham, I couldn't work there, I had a few issues. In other stories, if you really want to be nosy like that, I'm not going to go through it on this one. But I travelled the world. Now you've got jobs, living jobs, all over this country, all over the world. Where if you're a single person, a couple, yeah, even families, I've known families down Dorset Way where you can get a job and they give you accommodation and things. Lulworth Cove, Weld Arms that way, yeah. If you didn't watch this and you get to the end, yeah, have a look. Yeah, tell your kids. You can go to Butlins, Pontins, they've got God knows how many parks. There's places all over looking for staff in their own country, but they have to resort to going to foreign countries to get the jobs. So somebody's getting paid for somebody else to come in here, but then we sit there and go, oh, I can't get a job. But my argument about that is not the people that don't get a job. It's if they don't know, because I've tried to and promote that through the benefits. Don't you tell them about this. Look, no, if you said this and try and just say, look, something you could, you know, as what is it, a benefits advisor, a job centre person, yeah, it's your job in it. So if I give you that information, why wouldn't you want to pass that information on to someone that can actually benefit from it and go and have a good time? Yeah, absolutely fantastic travelling around. You get up to bloody all sorts, and if you behave yourself, you actually get something good out of it as well. I behaved myself, I did, honest. But it's a laugh, it's a great thing. Show your kids this, your lads, your girls, anything, yeah? You will not regret it, yeah? And for those who do, it's not for you. Go home, do the 9 to 5, go and get your mortgage, yeah? Go and slave your life away for 40, 60, 70 hours a bloody week, and to have what? A few 4 or 5 holidays a year, if you're lucky. Not 4 or 5 holidays, weeks off a year. That's what I meant. That's me. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go into this interview, see if they let me record it, yeah, and we'll see what happens. I'm still hurting, yeah. If anybody out there could give me a job, yeah, even though I've got arthritis in my hands and my legs are not doing too well. I do have my moped, but it's the new Pedro stuck in the kitchen. Yeah, I did get a new moped, trying to get myself sorted for the new year. New year, new start. Yeah, and hopefully I don't ever have to look back at some smug look from the benefits. Because even if I do fall off and I hurt myself because I can't ride properly because I've hit that pothole and my legs have gone, yeah, and my hands have given way at the same time, yeah, do excuse me if I end up smashing into you. I'll apologise in advance. But I've got to do something. So if anybody out there has got a safer job for me, so don't put anyone else in danger or myself, please, I'm begging you, help me get off the rock and roll. Because I can say you now, it's the shittest life you'll ever have. So yeah, just the final bit to all that. I'm stuck on my arse. I've got problems with my hands, my legs. The benefits are saying I am fit and healthy for work. They've totally dismissed any medical advice, sick notes, and said I'm okay. But I'm not okay. I've not been okay. I feel I had a mental breakdown last year. It's where my story started, about talking about my guardian angel. It's all there about my mental health and how I don't really like being part of this world. The benefits are just, at the minute, have just been nothing more than a blatant pain in the arse. By not being truthful about what they're saying, and just not explaining things properly. To the point where you just get attitude from them. They could have just gave me a job and I would have went and done it. Yeah, as long as they weren't standing up, they could help me in that way. But they're sending me to these organisations who are not helping anyway. Restart team, they're the nice people there, there's no problem with them, they're not ignoring me, but still they don't seem to be able to help me. Because I do have so many issues with my body. I have been to the Citizens Advice. Lady tried to put in about getting some answers about what they're talking about, and this is where it's kicked off even more. They didn't even acknowledge that bit. I'm struggling all over, and I don't know where I'm going to turn to next. I'm just hoping I can get this bike going and Deliveroo's, or someone just gives me a job, or just go to the local takeaways and just get working that way. But yet I've still got the problems at the moment, so there is a risk of me doing that job, but at the minute I'm not too sure. So anybody out there, I don't mind moving, don't mind relocating, I fuck everything off. I just take the money and just go. If I owe more money, then I owe more money. It's one of those. You can give me a job that works around my kids. I don't mind the child care and things like that, as long as we can get things going. Help me. I need help. Just to get this something out of my mind. I'm quite a clever guy, yeah? But I just feel like I've not had the best of educations in the world. And I feel that if I just had that little bit more concentration and trying to help myself as well when I'm asking for help, I could be so much more. Accrington Job Centre. To you. I think you need to adopt a better attitude. And if you're going to be part of helping people get back into work, cut the attitudes out and start helping. See, I thought I'd finished, but just a little bit at the end. After all said and done, I prefer to be working. My mind needs to be working. Nice and busy, just getting on with life. I feel like I've just been judged as nothing more than a liar who wants to be on the benefits. My muscles contract all the time. My arms are always hurting from whatever I do. And when they all hurt together, it is like a mix between bruising and exercising constantly. People in the local area must be seeing me hobbling around all over the place. I've had to buy an electric bike just to get to the local supermarkets and things. And for those who say, why can't you get taxis? Taxis cost money. And that money can go to be the difference between a good meal and just a crappy meal during the week. But yeah, I'm hurting from top to bottom. So my argument with the job centres and things like that is the fact that they offer help and they don't give help. But when you complain as if you're not allowed, I've got no rights anymore because I'm nothing more than a scrubber on the dole. Yes, they have jobs and I don't at the minute, but I'd like to be. And I have tried to help myself all the way, but I had so many doors slammed in my face, and it's as if like they've got the foot behind the door saying go get a job, but I can't walk through that door to actually get that job. Literally. I've gone from trying to exercise to make it stronger, and I don't know if I've made it worse because the muscles are just contracting all the time, and my legs at the minute are all stuck now. They keep, even at night, I've got this twinge in the side of my leg that's been around for the last 6 weeks now. It's keeping me up. So when I did have my little moments at the benefits, it's because I was tired, but also because I was laughed in my face about my dyslexia by someone just being quite not nice. I'm very much a madam. So this is the end of it. I'm going to ask you again, if anybody feels that they could give me a job that I can just get on with, or just give me a try. I don't even have to be paid. If you're local and things like that, and you've got something that you want to try me on, I've got catering experience, warehouse experience, I've tried it all. Moving around because your arms hurt, yeah, means you have to go and get a lot of different jobs. So I have literally done all sorts. So please, if anybody can help me get off the dole, so I don't have to deal with being in the benefit centre anymore, give me a shout. I will try anything. Literally anything. As long as it don't come with a bottle of bloody lube, otherwise you're getting told to sod off. But besides that, yeah, give me a shout. Thank you.